Um, she's just so amazing because we really sit and it's really just the two of us. But when we hire people for jobs, it's a lot of females, men as well. Like we don't discriminate, but the fact that it's really two girls that's running this, black owned production company, is important for me.
It seemed like Teyana Taylor would finally find peace with a man who treated her fairly. After everything she'd been through, a little security, a fresh start, and a better life for her and her child. For a moment, it appeared as if the storm had passed and brighter days were ahead. But just when everything looked like it was falling into place, an unexpected figure entered the picture. This person wasn't just upset about Pierre, she had a mission, and what she had to say about him could turn Teyana's new chapter upside down. It all began with a single post, a cryptic tweet from a private account with no profile picture, no name, and no history, just words sharp enough to slice through the internet's attention in seconds. He used me for years, and now he's using her. You guys are too blind to notice it. Within hours, people began piecing together the clues, and soon blogs lit up with speculation that Aaron's long-term ex, the one he had never spoken about publicly, had finally broken her silence. The details painted a picture of a real, deep history between them, one built long before Aaron was a name anyone recognized. She had been there during the struggling years, when he was chasing auditions, barely getting callbacks, and bouncing between bit roles that never made it past the editing room floor. She was the one paying rent when his acting paychecks didn't come in. She was there when red carpets were just dreams and when unopened scripts gathered dust on the kitchen table. She wasn't just his girlfriend, she was his first love. And now, she was the one left behind. For months, Teyana Taylor kept quiet, perhaps out of grace, perhaps out of pain. But when photos surfaced of Aaron holding her daughter in public, playing the perfect stepdad for the cameras, she couldn't keep silent any longer. In her eyes, the man the public saw, a loving father figure and sweet, supportive boyfriend, wasn't real. In her view, it was all a performance. A leaked voice note to a blog revealed her unfiltered emotions. Her voice shook, part heartbreak, part fury, as she said, "Tay's just a tool to him. She doesn't even know the real Aaron. The one who lies. The one who manipulates. The one who told me he wasn't ready for kids, then turns around and plays daddy on Instagram." That clip alone sent shockwaves through social media. Before anyone could confirm its source, people had already picked sides. Then came her most damning claim that Aaron was calculated in everything he did. She insisted he didn't fall in love in the traditional sense, but rather attached himself to powerful women, used them to climb higher, and then left once he got what he wanted. Some called her bitter, but others believed she was speaking a truth everyone else was too afraid to admit. "Tay is just the latest move in a long game he's been playing for years," she said. She alleged that he once told her, "In this industry, it's not about talent, it's about who you're seen with." Those words didn't just cast doubt on Aaron's feelings for Teyana, they called into question his entire image. Was his love for her real? Or was it just a well-rehearsed performance? Was he truly building a future with her and Junie? Or was he leveraging her fame for his own career? Were his hand-holding moments on red carpets genuine gestures, or were they carefully staged acts to fit a narrative? Even his presence during her divorce drama, was it sincere support or calculated publicity? Initially, Teyana still refrained from responding publicly, but according to those close to her, she was shaken to her core. At one point, someone reportedly had to physically stop her from calling Aaron's ex directly. She wanted to confront her woman to woman, to demand the truth, to confirm whether any of these accusations were real. Meanwhile, online communities were eating up every detail. Old interviews of Aaron resurfaced, where he spoke about the importance of timing in relationships. Some viewers swore he had subtly implied that his transition from his ex to Teyana happened at the perfect moment for his career. People claiming to have known the ex personally began chiming in on social media. "She's not lying," one comment read. "We've known about Aaron's two-faced behavior for years." Reddit threads erupted with theories. Then, the second blow landed. Screenshots allegedly from the ex's phone surfaced online. One message from Aaron read, you're everything I need, but this other path might be bigger for both of us. Don't hate me for choosing my future. Another text said, you'll understand one day. I have to do what's best for my career. While some defended him, suggesting the ex was just hurt and lashing out, others believed these messages were damning proof of his opportunism. Critics argued the screenshots could have been fake or taken out of context, but by then, the damage was done. The public no longer saw Aaron and Teyana's romance as a simple love story. Instead, whispers grew louder. Maybe Aaron hadn't fallen for Teyana purely out of love. Maybe ambition had played a bigger role than anyone wanted to admit. And as the story spread, one thing became clear: no matter how much Teyana might have wanted to protect her peace, the past Aaron left behind was determined to find its way into her present. The more details that emerged, the harder it became to separate the man she thought she knew from the one being described by his ex. And now, the question everyone was asking was no longer just about love, it was about whether Pierre's entire relationship with Teyana Taylor had been built on truth or on a perfectly executed lie. Ask ChatGapped.
My back blown out in peace. You think I got time to talk about a divorce that's a year old?
It's frightening to think that Teyana Taylor may have genuinely believed she'd finally found her safe haven after everything she went through with Iman. Years of love that turned cold, heartbreak that happened behind the scenes, and a divorce that left deep scars had taken their toll. Then came someone who seemed different, someone who appeared to have no baggage, who said all the right things, and who seemed to love not just her but also her daughter. To Teyana, it must have felt like she was stepping into a more peaceful chapter of her life. But now, friends say she cried for days as rumors spread, shaken by the thought that her daughter was once again caught in the middle of adult chaos. Junie had already endured so much during the split with Iman, and now there was the possibility that this new relationship might have been a fraud all along. As if on cue, Aaron's PR team swooped in with a sleek, carefully worded statement, sent to gossip blogs and entertainment outlets after he had remained silent for a suspiciously long time. The stillness was the kind that makes people wonder what's being hidden. A source close to Aaron allegedly told a blogger, Aaron's panicking. He never thought this would come out. He underestimated how much she was holding back. Publicly, Aaron denied all accusations of manipulation and exploitation, insisting that he remained committed to his relationship and wishing peace for all parties involved. But behind the scenes, quiet whispers told a different story, one that wasn't in his favor. Meanwhile, Teyana withdrew from the spotlight. She and Junie kept to themselves: no parties, no lavish posts, no couple selfies. When a close friend asked how she was coping, her answer was short: I feel played. She stopped returning calls from mutual acquaintances. The man she had allowed into her home, her life, and her child's life had left her questioning everything. Was his love ever real? Or had he simply been using her as another rung on his career ladder? Just when it seemed like the dust might settle, the situation exploded again. This time, the blow came in the form of an old voice memo leaked by an ex. The audio was grainy, like it had been pulled from a forgotten phone or hidden archive. But the voice was unmistakably Aaron's. I need someone who opens doors, someone who levels me up. I don't have time for emotions anymore, he said. The clip went viral within hours, flooding timelines and sparking outrage across social media. What had started as whispers of heartbreak and messy relationship drama was now being reframed as something bigger, a pattern. Aaron was suddenly painted as a man who viewed relationships as strategic moves, stepping stones to greater success. Someone who didn't measure women by who they were, but by what they could do for him. The cold, calculated tone of his words changed the narrative overnight. Teyana, instead of releasing a polished PR statement, went live late at night with no warning. The screen lit up to show her sitting on the floor in a fitted hoodie. No makeup, no filters, just raw vulnerability. Her voice was weak, her eyes tired. Have you ever been so mistaken about someone? She asked softly. So mistaken that you feel like you lost a part of yourself? She never said Aaron's name, she didn't need to. The pain in her voice was unmistakable. Then came the line that broke the illusion completely. I let someone into my child's life thinking he'd protect her. But it turned out that he was only protecting his own reputation. In that moment, no trending topic, no gossip headline, and no viral tweet could capture the weight of what she had just revealed. For fans who had seen her endure Iman's betrayal, public scrutiny, and years of personal battles, this moment felt like the final straw. It wasn't just heartbreak, it was exhaustion, disbelief, and a quiet kind of devastation. Erin's response, however, came in the form of a smug selfie caption, "Let truth speak louder." There was no context, no clarification, just deflection. His post quickly became a battleground, with fans and even neutral onlookers demanding answers. Some pleaded for accountability, others simply wanted a sign that he cared. But Erin stayed, silent, offering no explanation, no remorse. Now, everything hangs in the balance. This is no longer just tabloid gossip, it's a story about what happens when lies catch up to you, when love turns into regret, and when the truth can no longer be buried. Because when a woman who once defended you begins to speak out, she can reveal a version of you the world was never meant to see, and people will listen. In these moments, every move matters. Every post, every word, and every silence carries weight. Erin's next step won't just influence his public image, it could define it entirely. Once the mask comes off, there's no putting it back on. Every misstep will carry consequences, and now it's no longer about PR spin or curated optics. This is about character, and once the world begins to question that, no photo op or staged smile can make the doubt disappear.